April Ryan is the longest-serving black female White House correspondent ever. She joined the White House press corps back 25 years ago and has covered 5 presidencies. Ryan is the Washington bureau chief for The Griot. Her new book is called Black Women Will Save the World and Anthem. In it, Ryan reflects on her own experiences, shares conversations with black female leaders, and lays out the obstacles that many face and overcome. April Ryan, good morning.
Good morning, Michelle. How are you?
First, the title in and of itself is a pretty tall order. How do black women do it? How have they done it? And why are you sharing the playbook?
I'm sharing the playbook, for one, because now is the moment. We are seeing a change, a shift, and no one is marking the history. And I believe from the unique perch that I've been blessed to sit in for 25 years, I said I have to do it. We're in a moment where we have the first black woman vice president, the first black woman on the U.S. Supreme Court. Women are everywhere. Domestic policy advisor Susan Rice, Shalonda Young, Office of Management and Budget. I mean, the list goes on, and that's just government. And Karine Jean-Pierre in the White House briefing room, we cannot forget her. But the list goes on.
Right.
In the church house, the schoolhouse, the government house, in your house.
Yeah.
So we have to do this. I feel like I'm in church with you right now.
Preach.
No, vaccine making in the medical profession.
Dr. Kizzmekia Corbett, Moderna. And that was considered the #1 vaccine in COVID. People need to understand we are now in spaces and places that we've never been before, and no one is marking the moment. And I have to, because we are exceptional. We've been lifting the load from the time we came to this nation till now and beyond. And if you don't mark the moment, we will forget the moment and the numbers will fall.
Your mother played a big role in this book. Can you talk about that and also talk about what your daughters should hopefully take away from it?
Yeah, my mother was a pioneering woman herself. She enabled so many young black students at Morgan State University until her death, 42 and a half years. I don't care where in the world I go. People come, oh, I remember your mother, Miss Ryan. And it touches my heart. My mother has been gone for about 15 years now. But she told me I could be and do anything I wanted to do. And I believed her. And now I'm sitting as the longest serving black female White House correspondent in history because of her. The strength, the uplift, the nurturing, the recipe that they leave for us. I'm not just talking about cooking. I'm talking about the recipe for life. We hold up the home, we gird up our children, and we push them forward into a society that doesn't always love us. But when we come back, we know that we get instruction, love, and foundation from that woman who understands the haunts and the ghosts of the past and what lays ahead for the future.
Black women have mastered the art of juggling while wearing the weight of the world on their shoulders. There's a lot of black women that feel invisible. What is your advice? You mentioned occupying space. Some people feel invisible in these spaces, and then some women need advice on how to occupy space with your elbows out. What is your advice to them?
I'm glad you brought that up. I have a great story in this book from Valerie Jarrett, former advisor to former President Barack Obama, who says sometimes when she shows up in these major rooms with world leaders at the table, she's like, wait a minute. Do I belong here? Yes, you belong. Right. This woman who has been a world leader herself.
For sure.
And she comes from a lineage of slavery. Of the haunts and the ghosts of slavery. And many of us walk into rooms and say, okay, I'm here. Shirley Chisholm said, if you don't have a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. We are now convening those tables, have the folding chair on our back, but we're also making those solid chairs so we can sit in. And
you did it in the White House press briefing room.
But I stand on the shoulders of so many. I stand on the shoulders of Alice Dunnigan and Ethel Payne, the late, great Gwen Ifill, Michelle North, so many women who came before me and poured into me so I could stand in some of the toughest of times and the best of times. But I want to get back to this invisible piece, and this is so poignant. Valerie Jarrett gave me a story a long time ago, and she said, when we talk about invisibility, think about Michelle Obama.
That's right.
When she was president of the United States, when they would go for their walks out in beyond the White House, people would not recognize Michelle Obama. How can you not recognize
How about that?
Michelle Obama, invisibility?
April Ryan, we appreciate you. Just like this cover, you deserve your flowers too as well.
Thank you.
Black Women Will Save the World. It goes on sale tomorrow.